Welcome to Trending Now USA. I'm Ava, and today we bring you the complete story of Alex Eala's dramatic and heartbreaking exit at the Suzhou Open, where she fell just a single point short of reaching the semifinals. For fans of Philippine tennis and supporters around the globe, this moment was a roller coaster of hope, resilience, and ultimately heartbreak, as Eala's journey in Suzhou ended in one of the closest matches of her young career. The Suzhou Open, a WTA 125 event in China, has served as one of the critical stops in the Asian tennis swing. For Alex Eala, the tournament was not just another opportunity to compete, but a stage where she could prove her mettle against some of the circuit's rising stars. Coming into the competition as the number 4 seed, Eala carried with her the weight of expectation, both from herself and from a growing fanbase eager to witness her continued ascent in the WTA rankings. Her performances leading into the quarterfinals reflected a steady balance of discipline and adaptability. In earlier rounds, she dispatched her opponents with precision, relying on her strong forehand, intelligent shot placement, and the ability to extend rallies until the pressure mounted against her rivals. Each victory reaffirmed her status as a player who belonged at the highest levels of the sport, even at just 20 years of age. But the quarterfinal match in Suzhou would prove to be the defining moment of her campaign. Facing a determined and equally talented opponent, Eala entered the contest aware that the margins were thin. Every rally, every serve, and every return mattered. What followed was a gripping display of tennis, a match that swung back and forth, a battle that tested the mental and physical limits of both players, and a contest that kept spectators on the edge of their seats until the very last point. Eala captured the opening set with poise, finding her rhythm early. She moved fluidly across the court, dictated rallies from the baseline, and managed to keep her opponent on the defensive. The confidence that had carried her through the earlier rounds was on full display, and for a moment, it seemed as if she was cruising toward a semi-final berth. However, the second set told a different story. Her opponent raised the level, striking more aggressively, targeting Eala's backhand and forcing errors at crucial moments. The set became a test of composure, and though Eala fought hard, she dropped it, setting the stage for a dramatic deciding set that would ultimately define the match. The third set was nothing short of a thriller. Both players exchanged breaks of serve, refusing to give an inch. Every point became a mini-battle, every game a war of attrition. Eala, known for her fighting spirit, saved multiple break points with fearless shot-making, while her opponent displayed equal grit in defending her serve. The crowd, sensing the magnitude of the moment, erupted with every winner, every error, and every dramatic exchange. As the set wore on, the scoreboard reflected the closeness of the contest. At 5-5, both players were visibly fatigued, yet neither willing to relent. Eala found herself serving to stay alive, holding with clutch play, and forcing the match deeper into the decider. Then came the moment that would haunt her. At 6-5, match point down, she unleashed a blistering forehand that just clipped the net cord and landed out. A single point, the smallest of margins, was all that separated her from a place in the semifinals. The heartbreak was immediate. Eala dropped her racket, a mix of disbelief and disappointment etched across her face. She had come so close, only to be denied by the cruelest twist of fate in tennis, losing by a single point. For fans watching in the arena and across the world, the moment was gut-wrenching. Yet, as crushing as the defeat was, it also highlighted the growth and resilience of a young player who continues to challenge herself at every opportunity. What makes this exit particularly significant is the broader context of Eala's journey. Just a week earlier, she had reached the semifinals of the Suzhou Open, another WTA 125 event in China. That run had boosted her confidence and ranking, proving that she could consistently advance deep into tournaments. In Suzhou, she was determined to build on that momentum. Falling just short of the semis, while heartbreaking, underscores both the progress she has made and the fine margins that define success at this level. Eala's opponent deserves credit for rising to the occasion, matching her intensity, and seizing the few opportunities that presented themselves. In tennis, Matches often hinge on moments of bravery and execution under pressure, and this quarterfinal was no exception. For Eala, the loss will sting, but it will also serve as a powerful motivator. Young players often learn more from their defeats than from their victories, and this match is certain to become a reference point in her career. Beyond the match itself, Eala's Suzhou campaign has broader implications. As the number 4 seed, she carried the flag for the Philippines proudly, showing that a player from a country with limited tennis infrastructure can stand toe-to-toe with international competition. Her presence in events like Suzhou raises the profile of Filipino tennis, inspiring the next generation of players and giving fans back home a reason to believe in the sport's future in their country. From a ranking perspective, her performance in Suzhou adds valuable points to her tally, keeping her within striking distance of the top 50 in the world. Each match, each tournament, and each ranking point matters as she continues to chart her path toward higher-level events like WTA 500s, 1000s, and eventually deeper runs in Grand Slam tournaments. For Eala herself, the journey is about more than numbers. It is about testing herself against the best, building the confidence to know she belongs, and learning how to handle the ups and downs of professional tennis. Matches like the Suzhou quarterfinal are brutal reminders of the sport's unpredictability, but they also affirm her ability to compete at the highest level. As the season progresses, Eala will shift her focus to upcoming tournaments, including the prestigious Suzhou Open, where she will once again face a star-studded field. The lessons from Suzhou, about composure, about seizing opportunities, about handling the weight of expectations, will be invaluable as she prepares for her next challenge. What makes her story compelling is the combination of talent and heart she brings to the court. She is not just a player who hits winners. She is a competitor who fights for every point, who thrives under pressure, and who refuses to back down. These qualities resonate deeply with fans, particularly in the Philippines, where her journey has become a source of national pride. In reflecting on her heartbreaking exit in Suzhou, one must also recognize the larger picture. At just 20 years old, Eala is still at the beginning of what promises to be a long and successful career. The setbacks she faces now are the building blocks for future triumphs. Every missed opportunity, every tough loss, and every near miss is shaping her into the player she is destined to become. The narrative of falling a point short may dominate the headlines today, but in time, it will be remembered as one of many stepping stones in a career defined by perseverance and achievement. For fans and analysts alike, the key takeaway is clear. Alex Eala is here to stay, and the best chapters of her story are still to come.